Stingray Cool here. Man, this show's about to really help a lot of people, especially my black folk. We about to talk about building financial literacy. Man, we gotta quit as black folks quit thinking like we get all this money. This goes for any race of people, but including my people, because we known for overspending. Let's quit think we gotta spend all this extra money on things we don't need. Save your money, open up a checkings, open up a savings. Don't mess that savings unless you need it. Let that savings grow, and you can ball out with your checking. But quit thinking you buy all this high price Jordan and all this high price stuff. The goal is to be rich, not look it. And it's sad that most black people don't get that. The white folks and Bill Gates, all them and other people, they know how to look regular or quote unquote look poor and be rich. And black people think, well, I gotta buy all this, and look how we buy all these millions and diamonds and necklaces, but we need to build back in our community. And schools need to start back teaching financial literacy. And black people also need to check that out too, as well as all races. So here's some financial tips I found on the website. Tip one: set up a auto pay for recurring bills. Stop wasting your hard earned money on late fees. Set your bills on auto pay and never pay another late fee again. Tip two: small reductions in spending add up to big savings over time. Making one small change a day can make a huge impact on your ability to save. Making coffee at home instead of buying it out of is a simple example that many people refer to. Let's say it costs 50 cents per day to make coffee at home, and it costs 250 to buy coffee out. If you made that switch, you would be able to save an extra $2 per day. Over the course of the year, you could save an extra $730 just from that one simple change. If you invested that money at a 70% annual return, you would have saved over $10,000 over a 10-year period. That huge savings for such a simple change. Tip three: don't connect your savings and checkings accounts. Often, when I with clients, when they tell me that they have a savings account that's linked to their checking account, they use it as an extension of their checking account rather than as a true savings account. If you want to build up your savings for long-term goals, you cannot make frequent withdrawals from it. Sometimes it's as simple as making it a little harder to transfer between the two accounts. Tip four: start saving for retirement as early as possible. If you are eligible for your employer's retirement plan, get signed up and start contributing today. If you are not able to contribute to a plan through your employer, open an IRA and start an automatic contribution. Do not procrastinate on this. Tip five: create a budget and revise it as necessary. There are lots of people out there that hate budgeting. So even if they do get around to making a budget, they never revise it. Life changes, your income will change, your expenses will change, your budget should be adjusted accordingly to help you continue to reach your long-term goals. Tip six: automatically contribute to your savings account from every paycheck. I'm sure that you have heard that you should pay yourself first. Setting up an automatic deposit from your paycheck into your savings account is a great way to make sure you do this. Remember that you want to spend what is left after savings, not save what is left after spending. I like that. Tip seven: if your employer does not offer a retirement plan, open the IRA and start contributing today. I mentioned this in the previous tip, but so few do it. It's worth retiring. If your employer does not offer a retirement plan or you are not eligible to participate in it, don't use that as an excuse to put off savings for retirement. Open the IRA today and start contributing. You can do it at discount brokers online, at your local bank, or with a financial advisor. Tip 8, contribute at least enough to your retirement plan to get the full benefit from your employer's match. If your employers offer matching contributions for your retirement account, make sure that you contribute enough. Make sure you contribute enough to get the full match. This is a valuable benefit that is part of your overall composition package. Tip 7, you do not need to have a lot of money to start investing. Have you heard of Acrons? You can literally start investing with spare change. While many financial advisors require a minimum amount of assets to establish a relationship, there are still lots of ways to start investing without a huge nest egg. Tip 10. If you are married, review your budget together each month. Budgeting and financial planning together create a solid financial foundation for you both. It may take a little work to get started, but once you have things in place, it's basically just a monthly check in to ensure you are on track. Tip 11, saving for retirement is easier if you start early. Remember that the time in the market is more important than trying to time the market. Dollar cost averaging is a great way to get started building wealth so you can enjoy a comfortable retirement later in life. You don't want to work forever, do you? If you don't start early, you may end up needing to work much longer to catch up on your retirement savings. Tip 12, track your spending. It's easy to overspend when you are not paying close attention. Tracking your spending keep it top of mind. It can be as simple as writing it down on a small piece of paper in your wallet or purse, or it can be more sophisticated computer program like I used to with my clients. Regardless of how you do it, tracking your spending will help you get to your bigger goals more quickly. Tip 13, add value to your employer and ask for a raise. There's a lot of focus on reducing spending as a way to increase your savings. However, increasing your income can eventually have a far greater impact. I mean, ah, income can actually have a far greater impact. If it has been a while since you asked for a raise, find out what additional projects or responsibilities you can take on. Impress your boss with your performance, and then you will have a very clear evidence of why you deserve the raise when you ask for one. Tip 14, consider large purchases for at least 24 hours before committing. Large purchases should not be made on impulse. Some guidelines for yourself to avoid financial commitments that are well thought out. A good one is to wait at least 24 hours before committing to a large purchase. Tip 15, limit your credit use to 30% of available credit. Credit cards have a certain credit limit. When you use most of the credit available to you, it has a negative impact on your credit ratings. Limit your credit use to 30% or less of your available credit. Tip 16, monitor your credit report regularly. With all of the issues with identity theft, it's important to monitor your credit report regularly. You can access a free credit report for each of the reporting agencies at annualcreditreport.com. You can also use a credit monitoring service such as Credit Sesame or Credit Karma. Tip 17, unsubscribe from promotional emails. Sometimes getting a promotional email can give you the impulse to spend when it's not part of your plan. Just unsubscribe from those promotional emails to avoid the temptation. Tip 18, check out your local credit union for better interest rates. Credit unions often offer better interest rates than large banks. Be sure to check with your local credit union when considering the HELOC, or auto loan. Tip 19, have a financial accountability partner. You may need tough love from time to time to help you stay on track to reach your goals. Having a financial accountability partner can help with that. I serve as an accountability partner for many people professionally. However, your partner does not have to be a professional. It could be a spouse, a friend, a coworker, or someone else. Just pick someone who you can be completely honest with and truly has the best interest of it. Tip 20. Don't save your credit card information online. Saving your credit card information on your favorite online shopping sites make mindless spending way too easy. Make it so you have to take extra step. So you have to take the extra step and get your card out of your wallet. That simple extra step may be enough to limit mindless spending. Tip 21. Get the right insurance coverage in place. The less you have saved, the more important it is to have the right insurance coverage in place. This means not being over or underinsured. In addition, you should review your coverage annually as your needs may change. Open enrollment is a great time to do this since you are reviewing your health insurance coverage that time anyway. Tip 22. Set specific, measurable financial goals. It's hard to know where the race ends if there is no finish line. Getting specific with your goals gives you something to work towards. Your goals may change. Man, come on, man. Your goals may change, and that's fine, but being specific will propel you forward more rapidly. Tip 23. Pay off your highest rate debt first. I'll be the first to say that not everyone agrees that you should pay your highest rate debt first. However, I am an analysis at heart, and from a pure numbers perspective, you save yourself the most money in interest if you aggressively tackle your highest rate debt first. Tip 24. Save the 3 to 6 months of living expenses in an emergency saving account. Life happens, and we do not always have control over when expenses arise. By having an emergency savings account, unexpected expenses won't force you to incur debt or throw you too far off your financial plan. To determine the amount you should save, figure out how much you spend each month. If you spend $4,000 a month, then you need 3 to 6 times that amount of 12,000 to 24,000. Tip 25. Plan and save for large purchase ahead of time. This may seem like a no-brainer, but if that was the case, Americans would not be carrying the levels of debt that we are. By planning and saving for large purchases, you can avoid significant interest expenses. Tip 26. Rebalance your portfolio at least once per year. When you first determine your investment allocation, it is based on your time horizon, your goal, and your tolerance for marketing volatility. A lot can happen in a year. There could be life changes. Your goals could change. Various areas of the market will out or underperform relative to other areas. If you do not rebalance your portfolio at least once per year, then the allocations will no longer be appropriate for your time horizon, goals, and tolerance for risk. Tip 27. Shop your insurance rate every couple of years. When was the last time you shopped your car insurance rates? Make a few calls and you might be surprised at how much you could save at a minimum. Call your current provider and see if there are discounts you are eligible for that you are not currently utilizing. Tip 28. Educate yourself about investment basics. I get it. Investing might not be your thing. That's okay. You do not have to live and breathe the stock market like I do, but it is helpful to develop a basic investment vocabulary. It's also important to understand some basic investment principles such as risk and reward and asset allocation. Pick up a book of on professional finance or just keep following my blog. I yeah, crap. I help you learn the basics a little bit at a time. I ain't saying follow my blog. I'm just reading what the name say. Pick see, pick up like my Principles of sound investing: consistency, courage, and balance. Tip 29: review the beneficiaries on your accounts annually. Ideally, you should review the beneficiaries on your accounts anytime you have a major life change. With that said, it is very often forgotten. That's why I encourage you to make it part of your regular annual review process. Tip 30: have a written plan in place to reach your long term goals. As Antony de Saint Exupéry said, a goal without a plan is just a wish. There is power in writing down not only your goals but your plans to accomplish them. It's not written in stone, so it can always be adjusted. But the act of writing down your plan increases your level of commitment. Hope you have found at least a couple of these tips to be useful. If you have tips to share, please do in the comments. We can all learn from each other. If you need assistance creating a plan to reach your financial goals, contact us for complimentary consulting. While we are based in Ohio, we work with clients virtually worldwide.